Hello, I'm Peter Towers, Managing Director of ESS BIZTOOLS. Welcome to Accountant's Minute. Assisting clients to plan for success. Part of the challenge that many of you will have if you elect to embark on offering a wider range of commercial services is, how do you do it? Where do you get started? I believe that you need to become part of the client's team. Not some external advisor that turns up once or twice a year for a discussion, but someone who is there the whole time. And that someone is obviously your team, because this is going to be a job that's spread amongst a number of your accounting team. So in the first instance, I think it's very necessary that you understand your client's business and the industry that your client is involved with. So in the first instance, I'd suggest you start with a strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats analysis. A SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis tell you a lot about what's going on within a business. And part of this is to identify the unique competitive advantage of this client. Who are their customers? What do the customers think about this business? Who are the competitors? What are the competitors doing? Is your client maintaining competitors' files? If not, this is perhaps one of the activities that you could look at undertaking. What happens to the intellectual property within the business? Now, every business, I believe, has developed some sort of intellectual property. Obviously, some people really appreciate what their intellectual property is, and it becomes very valuable to them. But as we go through 2016 into 2017, the recognition that businesses have intellectual property and the value of it is going to become very important. So is the intellectual property documented? Has it been protected? In other words, is there confidentiality agreements that have been signed by the personnel involved in the project, especially people who are external contractors to the business? Has consideration been given to lodging an application for a patent for any of the intellectual property? And if so, what has happened with that? And has it been appropriately finalised with IP Australia? A lot of businesses have trade secrets, and in fact they transact business with other companies on the basis that there's trade secrets. If your client's doing that, have the trade secrets been appropriately documented and recorded? What about the team? Is there some team training that you could be involved in to assist in a better understanding of financial commercial reports? Things such as understanding financial accounts. What do they mean? They're double Dutch to most of our clients. You will need to sit down and train them. Perhaps your client could get a grant from the Skills Development Fund to help with an understanding of financial accounts. Does the team understand key performance indicators and what they mean to their business? Why not sit down and have a conversation with them and inquire what sort of KPIs they would like to receive to make their management role easier to perform? Same thing applies for ratios. A good idea might be to talk to them about the characteristics of a well-run business and then modify those comments to suit their particular business. Corporate governance is another very important area. Do the management team and the directors have a clear understanding of their corporate governance responsibilities? Grants is another area that accountants can become heavily involved with their clients as part of a business advisory services package. Identifying grants that will suit the client's business operations. And one I've already mentioned, the Industry Skills Fund, a fantastic grant that is available, and the amount of the grant depends on the number of full-time equivalent employees. And small businesses, especially the category 0 to 4 full-time employees, get a higher grant than anyone else, in fact 75%. What about planning for the business? Is there a business plan? Because every business needs a business plan. It's like a map for tourists. Budgets, cash flow forecast, action plans, succession plans for the business are all roles that you should be able to perform for your clients. Corporate governance covers issues like the board of directors meeting or management committee meetings if the client is not a company. Even though they're not a company doesn't mean they haven't got the same general requirements for corporate governance strategies to be introduced. The minutes of their meetings, are they appropriately recorded? Is an action plan prepared out of each set of minutes? Is there a process for submission of reports to the board or management meeting? Reports from the general manager or CEO, sales manager, production, marketing, research, and obviously accounting. And hopefully you're submitting that because you're performing the role of Chief Financial Officer. In the financing area, does the client need assistance on negotiations with their bank for some extra loan facilities? Or is the business interested in trying to raise some capital? Are they investment ready? What's got to be done to get them investment ready so that they can take advantage of the innovation strategy changes that the government's initiating within corporate law, so that some entities are going to be able to raise money on a crowdfunding basis or on an innovation company basis and gain tax deductions and capital gains tax holidays for investors. What about technology? What's happening within the business? Are there changes in technology? How are they going to affect customers, the team members, the location, the premises? All of this is adding up to a lot of change. And the challenge for accountants is to decide what part you're going to play in this change that's occurring for businesses throughout the world. Not just your town, not just your state, not just Australia. This is happening everywhere. And some major corporations can be left behind. One of the notable examples, of course, is Kodak, who were the major camera film producer in the world, actually invented the first stage of the new technology, digital cameras, and then put it in the bottom drawer and decided they were going, okay, thank you very much. Well, the rest of the market caught up with them and surpassed them, and they ended up in bankruptcy. Accounting Market Pulse, a report that was sponsored by the Commonwealth Bank and was released in December 2015, indicated that 64% of accountants earn less than 5% of their fees from non-accounting services, and a further 22% earn between 5 and 10% of their fees from non-accounting services. So a whopping 88% of accountants earn less than 10% of their fees from non-accounting services. This is the challenge. This is the change that the SME market is looking for. For the last 15 years, in survey after survey, small medium enterprises have indicated they require a change in the type of advice they're receiving. But it's going to be up to you to satisfy to your clients and to prospects that you're able to deliver these services, that you have geared yourself up to be able to perform a far wider accounting, financial advisory role than just preparing income tax. There's no doubt that income tax is still going to be a very important component of your professional services in the future. But I would like to be able to assist you over the next 3 to 4 years to get that fee mix up to about 40% from business advisory services and 60% from the tax and annual accounts preparation work. That's the challenge for you. If you'd like to go to our website, you can obtain a free copy of a paper that we've written, Characteristics of a Well-Run Business, which hopefully will help you in your discussions with your clients. If you need any information on any of the services made available by ESS BizTools or ESS BizGrants, please don't hesitate to go to our websites www.essbiztools.com.au or www.essbizgrants.com.au. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.